G'day friends, Andy here. Today I am going to install a new bridge on one of my guitars. Which guitar? This guitar. My Brian Moore custom guitar with spalted maple top, maple back, mahogany back, sorry, maple neck, rosewood fingerboards. Okay, why would I need to change the bridge, I hear you ask? Well, let's have a look at it. This was a piezo bridge. Was because I took out the piezo outputs and pots. So here we have this little brass insert in some saddles, and I am guessing that these saddles are not stainless steel. And so what happens? This guitar has never sounded alive, which is not good. Of course you want a guitar to sound alive. Most motors sound alive, so I know what a live guitar sounds like. This one sounds dead. I'll give audio examples later and I'll compare the new bridge. So yeah, basically I want to put in a new bridge to make sure to give this guitar its best chance of sounding good. And what's my rationale behind that? Yeah, it could be the bridge, you know, cheap metal there, hollow brass. I've actually had one of these brass inserts out. It's actually hollow. Never heard of that on a bridge, so that can't be good. What else could we change? Well, we could change the pots. They're currently 500K pots. We could change them to 1 meg. That'll come later. That'll come after the bridge if we don't get what we desire. I could change the nut, but I'm not a fan of that. No, I'm not a fan of me doing that. The bridge I can change. Okay, so I will play some audio examples in and then I'll change it, and then we'll come back and play some more audio examples, give you an A/B, see if it's done anything. Okay, let's have a look at this Wilkinson trim and what it will be replacing. I'll just slide the guitar in for comparison. As you can see, stainless steel saddles. And what I plan to do is, if I can replace the bridge outright, I will. If not, I'll just change the saddles because this is also Wilkinson. So hopefully these stainless steel saddles will give it some tone. So the first thing we should do is make some measurements of the string heights so that we can get it playing as good as possible later on. So we've got this LMI string gauge. Let's turn it on. Put it over the 12th fret like so. Push the plunger slightly down. Zero it out. It's not zeroed. It's very hard to do holding a guitar and a camera. And push. We've got all sorts of measurements. This is not working out the way I'm holding it, but you'll just have to trust me. I will get back to you with all the measurements done, and then we'll put the bridge in. And here are my measurements, in millimeters, of course. So that is considered, well, not extraordinarily low, but reasonably low. That A string's a bit of an anomaly. Might have to check it out to see if I can do something about that a bit later. So anyway, let's remove the bridge. Let's pull this out and see if the bridge just is a straight fit. It may be, it may not be. That came out too easily. So did that. Okay, what do we got here? As you can see, here are the wires for the piezo pickups. And let's compare like to like. Now, being of the same brand, there may be some great similarities, and indeed there are. They look like they're cut the same on the bottom. They look like exactly the same blocks, or do they? Oh no, slightly different. Let's give them a tap test to see if they're the same. I would say that that's the same stuff, but let's tap the actual saddles, because this should be interesting. I'll lean in just to, so you can hear that. Actually very similar. But that is where I think the problem is. So let's put this in, see what happens. Let's see if it fits first. That seems to. Do I care that it's not black? Actually, let's size them up. Ooh. Is the black bridge a little wider? Possibly. But that's okay, because the width of the neck on this is a little too narrow, I reckon. Okay. Looks nice, like that. Flip him over. And put these back, I don't know if that's a concern that I can do that by hand. Should be a little more tension on that, or I think. Oh, yeah, like that one. Good, got it. Now, how lucky would we be if it all just fit right? I think we'd be very lucky. Oh, one thing I should have mentioned before, I only tested the sound of this pickup because I'm going to replace this soon. I'm going to put a sustainer system in. So that's the only pickup we're testing, in case anyone's wondering. So I'll spare you stringing up a guitar. I'm sure if you're watching this video, replacing bridges, you'll know how to string a guitar. If you've made it this far, you will have seen and heard the audio tests. I listened to it through studio monitors and studio headphones, and what conclusion did I come to? I can hear no discernible difference between this bridge and this old one. However, I'll find the results inconclusive, and I'll tell you why. The way I recorded this was my Fender Mustang Micro straight into a GoPro. Now, it may be that the preamp of the GoPro is skewing the results, because when I go straight out of this into there and straight into headphones, I can hear a difference. And this now feels alive. Whereas it didn't before. So what's the answer? What do I do differently next time? I think the thing I do differently next time is that I record into a proper audio interface, and then I won't render the results inconclusive. Now, there's also another possibility that there is a placebo effect in effect at the moment. I want it to sound better, so I think it sounds better. But when I objectively listen to them side by side, I can't hear a difference. It may be an effect, but I've got to tell you, I've been playing this guitar for 15 years, and it sounds better right now and feels better than it ever has done. So, is it worth it? Yes, I think so. Yes, I think it's changed the sound. No, I don't think I can reproduce the test results accurately with the methodology I used. So, I've learned a lesson. But you just have to take my word for it. Steel saddles over these little brass insert things. Totally worth it. I'd do it again. Over and out.